This job is one hell of a mess. My sleep schedule is out of the window. I'm out of the window, and I don't know. I'll try to adapt for a couple of weeks, but if it doesn't do well, I'll start thinking about something else. Man. Cheers. I still don't have a bed. We're still sleeping on the mattress. Not just clock need what? Man. I don't know what I'm saying. Need to charge it. Yep. The thing with this job is that I work until late, at least this shift. I finish at 2 a.m. And I'm completely groggy when I wake up. The other thing is, it seems to be a lot of multitasking. And after 8 hours of that, your brain is just like, I can't do anything else. So the good thing is that my shift ends and then I go to sleep. But if in any time in the future I start doing things like I start working at 5 a.m. and then finish that shift at 1 p.m. and then I have the entire day for myself, I don't think I would be able to do anything after that job. And the problem is that I read emails, I do reservations, I answer the calls, and I call people to confirm the rides. And I pay attention to all the things that might go wrong during the rides. So that's a lot of things to pay attention to, especially when you have something like email and phone calls firing anytime, all the time. Yeah. This new digital world sometimes feels like one big merry-go-round that never ends, a roller coaster or something, and once you slide yourself into the seat, you just go on forever. It's entertaining, and there is always something that can boost your dopamine. So if you want to do anything, try to avoid using the phone first thing in the morning. I know I am guilty of that. But yeah, that's really good advice. But I need to stick to my own advice, I guess. This is the first time ever since we came from China that we are eating Chinese food. Sanya made it. And you can't actually eat Chinese food without these things. Man, my saliva is dripping up, so I miss this food so much. It smells awesome. Amazing. Okay, there we go. So it's 3 p.m. and my shift starts in 2.5 hours. And I work until 2. And most of today I was trying to figure out how to improve my life. And first thing that comes to mind when we talk about improving your life or yourself in general, it's time management. And I think it's especially important right now when I lost 8 hours of my life, which I can't spend on anything I want, but I need to spend on work because for better or worse, we need money. And that's one of the ways to get it. And at certain points in your life, you need to spend 8 hours per day getting some money. And there is very little I can do about it right now. But you can spend some time developing something on side that can substitute and potentially replace that income in the future. But once you know that you've got 8 hours of sleep and 8 hours of very limited time that you can do things not only which you want, but that are also important. So 8 hours is only a third of your day. And if you stretch that long enough, it means 8 hours is only a third of your life. So you have control only a third of your life. And that sounds depressing when you say it like that. And what's even more depressing is the fact that most of that time I spend on autopilot, especially ever since we came back from China. And that autopilot means dopamine-ergic activities which would initiate dopamine excretion and make me do more of the things which produce more dopamine. And I would feel like on a treadmill between watching YouTube videos and playing video games and watching YouTube videos about other people playing video games. I'm not going to edit any of this. It's going to sound horrible, but who cares? So, in order to manage your time better, I think you need to figure out what's important and what's not important. And I was thinking about that yesterday. When you ask someone like, how are you? And they say, nah, I'm okay. And then you ask him, but I see that there's something wrong. And they say, no, everything is okay. But deep down, it's that there is something wrong. The reason they're not admitting, at least that's what I think, is because once they say it out loud, what's bothering them, they realize how bizarre that is and how easily it can be changed. For example, I was feeling really down in the past couple of weeks because I had to accept this job because I ran out of my savings and I need to find a decent source of income. And I felt bad because I couldn't write when I thought I wanted to write, but when I could write, I wasn't writing, I was doing something else. And when I could make these videos, I wasn't making them, I did something else. And once you say it out loud, like let's say you realize you feel bad, and you say that loud, oh man, I feel so bad because I can't write. I have to do this work, I can't write. And then you look at your clock and you remember what you did in the past, God knows how long, and you realize that you played video games instead of writing. Then it's quite clear how bizarre it is and how unjustified your depression is. If you're solely feeling depressed because you have to do this work and you can't write for working, because even if you can't write for working, there's still enough time for you to write for pleasure. If you truly want to write or make videos or do whatever. So you need to put your act together. You, I mean I, but you probably as well. So this is yeah, that's what I came to conclusion today. Also, my coffee size needs to become smaller. I get anxiety when I drink too much coffee. Do you say I get anxiety, or do you say I become anxious? I don't know. Anyways, to manage your time much better, you need to make a list of what's important and what's not important right now. And that list needs to be very simple, something you can remember and you can always reference to. So for example, for me, it's writing and reading, which is a part of one job. It's filming these videos, which is also editing and publish them. And it's also family, means spending at least a portion of these 8 hours with them. If you could, at least 1 hour, let's say. And then it's your health, means paying attention to what you eat and paying attention to your physical activity. And yeah, it boils down to that. So the first thing I want to change to improve myself is improve my time management and spend less, if any, time on things that don't matter, like watching YouTube videos and playing video games. Okay, you can't say that video games are totally useless, because if you play strategies, then you can learn how to think strategically, but you can also learn how to exploit things strategically. But let's say that there is some benefit to that, but that can't be your main activity of the day, unless you're a pro gamer or a teenager who turned pro gamer somewhere on the way. And also about YouTube. YouTube is not bad. I wouldn't be posting videos if it's truly bad. What's bad is watching YouTube unintentionally, and that could happen very easily because these apps are designed to hook you in and keep you there as long as they can. And so don't go and watch YouTube unless there is a specific reason you want to do that. Don't go and see what's new, what's maybe the healthiest way to watch YouTube is to turn off the home page. You can check your subscriptions to see if the people who you subscribe to have anything new. Or you can just turn on the notification bell and watch these. But watching homepage that they're feeding shit to keep you there as long as possible. Just don't. Yeah, truly don't. Basically, we turned into a small media company, each and every of us, and you have the opportunity to pick what you want to follow and who you want to follow and whose lives you want to follow, but that's not necessarily healthy. Just as watching TV is not healthy when they feed you things that they think you would watch. Here you find things that you would watch, but actually it's the computer program that finds things that would keep you watching, and that's a little bit scary. So turn off the home page and watch the things that you like at the times that you like, not at the times that YouTube wants you to watch. If that makes any sense, I hope it does. So this is my rant for today. I need to end this because it's ending time.